But what you think about that Hurd, John? Hurd in the Arias, man.
Man. Hurd, there could Briz go right there, too. Might invite him on. I'm going to let him go because he DM'd me right after the fight. So,
yeah. You know, that's my man. He ain't a Hurd fan.
Yeah. He told me right away he wanted to get on that fight. So I know he got a lot to say on this one. Yeah. That's some more questions.
But listen, man. But that shit really proved, man, like that styles make fights, man.
It's a lot with him though. Like
no, why make styles make fights? The thing about it though, Arias that's lost to Luke Keeler, bro.
Yeah, and had to draw with Rosado.
That was hard. That fight was horrible. Danny trashed him. So like, bro, it's not like Hurd lost to a hot fighter. He didn't lose to a hot fighter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people know it's an upset. I don't think they know how big of it. And I always like Hurd, but I don't think people know how bad this was for him.
And you gotta think Arias was out the ring longer than him.
And this the biggest stage he fought on too. So for him to just lose, I'm like, and that was a clear loss. It was like he said he felt he won. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even see how he felt that way.
But he punched him.
That's all I was like when I saw it, I was like, I don't know, was it? It could have been all of them together. I don't know if it was the layoff. I remember during the layoff, he said he went up to, I don't know if it was 205, 250. But it was one of them over 200. And, he a normal 54-pounder.
He lost his dad.
The big weight drop, plus his style, all he do is take punches. He rely on wearing you down, just like he did. And then when he switched to Coach K, to change his style up. I remember his last fight, he started boxing. That's what I thought he was going to do, but he went right back to the old Hurd, and he looked worse than he did there.
But when he done, they were both macking him, right?
I know Crawford was in the camp to help him out.
Yeah, but no, I thought they was in Colorado.
Yeah, I think there was a few places because I know he like helping all the top amateurs in Team USA. He like
so they was in Colorado.
And all trained under Coach K, so Crawford was just helping him out too. But
K wasn't a good fit for him.
Yeah, I noticed that.
K wasn't a good fit for him. I mean, K my dog, but like K trained boxers. Is certain styles that fit certain certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when Porter and them was over there with headbangers. Adrian Broner and them was over there headbangers. It's more conducive to their style because they're aggressive in the pocket. They can be aggressive in the pocket fighters. But I remember when Rashi Warren went with them, like nobody in the headbangers fight like Rashi Warren. Nobody that K trains fight like Hurd.
Got money?
Is like
nobody.
I mean, you could have went with him just to establish a jab.
I got money. I was gonna go
to try to revamp this whole this whole damn boxing style. Teaching this man how to box. You can. It wasn't a good fit for him. He'd be better off going to a Kenny Porter than going to K.
That would be a look. I never even thought of that, Kenny Porter.
Yeah, he'd be better off going to a Kenny Porter than because the thing about Sean, aside from he's an aggressive fighter that wears you down, but he also doesn't take a whole lot of shots. He's taking shots when he was in there with good counter punches and whatnot. But
did you really lock the house up?
That I think that was probably one of the worst things he could have did.
Well, you want to see your phone, so go
You got a lot to say about that fight.
You going to sleep or something?
I'm
Honestly, I didn't even see Hurd fight. I didn't even see the fight. I heard about it. I got a phone call as soon as the shit was over and was like, "Yo, Hurd just lost." I was like, but I can imagine how that shit was going. Cause like I said before, I never thought that you know, like all I was saying it was a good look for K. I didn't say it was a good look for Hurd. You know, like that's all I was saying. When I first heard about him with him, I was like, oh yeah, that's a good look for K. Because he was coming off his, I think that was his first loss against J-Rock.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was first loss against J-Rock.
What you think, Briz?
You already know. I told you, he takes too many shots. All his fights. When he fought Laura, he took a lot of shots. When he fought J-Rock, he took a lot of shots. That style, that style that he got to fight in the inside and try to wear his opponent down, he takes too many shots for that kind of style. And he lucky. He lucky he ain't fight like a Charlo.
That fight seems like it's long gone now.
It has to be. I mean, I'm sure that Charlo would die for that type of fight. You know what I'm saying? He'll love that type of fight.
The people that he lost to, I mean, the people that he lost to were pure boxers.
Charlo, right?
The people that he lost to were pure boxers. We talking about Laura, J-Rock. These are some of the top boxers, pure boxers in that division.
But what I'm saying is,
I mean, not lost to, took punishment from.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, and that's why I said that. Just imagine if he fought a boxer puncher.
I mean, Hurd is a pretty durable fighter. You know, like that's probably what that was why so many people fell in love with him, because he was a dog. I wouldn't say that, you know, if he was in there with a power puncher, he would.
If he was in there with a if he was in there with a power puncher, you think it'll go the distance with that style?
Last night
with that style, see, a power puncher can be a power puncher, but is there a power puncher in boxer? Is it is there a power puncher that can take that type of pressure? Because Keith Thurman was considered a power puncher, and Sean Porter wasn't even a power puncher, but that pressure made it a real difficult fight for Keith Thurman.
Well, here's the thing. I think her upper body is too big for that pocket trying to slip. He tried to use a James Toney type style.
No, he tried to use a K Corona type style, and like K, his fighters they go to is the slip in and the two piece of the body. That's what. Look at Troy, and look at Keyshawn. They do the same. You can tell that they train in the same gym. You can tell they train in the same gym. That little short is two piece like they throw good body shots, but that's
but you're not good. You're not great. But listen, you're not a great coach if you can coach one style. You're not a great coach. Then you got to adjust with your athlete.
I mean, to be fair, I think he can coach more than one style, but Hurd was already seasoned, and he got to the top level with that style.
But listen though,
I agree with T.Y. because I agree with T.Y. because if I'm a big muscular 154 and you got somebody like Tony Harrison in the gym, do you make us stand side by side and do the same things? Or do you have to work with what I got and you got to work with what you got?
But if you remember, Hurd had his style. He changed his style his last fight, not yesterday. I don't remember who he fought when he had a tune-up fight after the J-Rock. He was a boxer, but then
I know
everybody
what you're talking about.
everybody was like it was boring.
But he looked dumb. He looked dumb as shit. But
Yeah,
this
so he
I'm saying,
changed
right?
it, but
This is a definition of what should have been done to Hurd. No, he too late in the game to change his style, which he should have did. To tighten up what he already do and make that better and teach him some new shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't try to change his whole style. Like I'm gonna give y'all an example. Like when Briz like this analogy. Like when Buddy McGirt got Gaddy, he ain't trying to make Gaddy a boxer. He seen what Gaddy did good. I'm gonna make you better at that, and I'm gonna move your head a little bit better. You're gonna compete a little better. But a good coach is gonna help you. A good coach is gonna help you get better, get strengths. A good coach ain't gonna since you a boxer. I don't go train boxers. That mean you're not a good coach then.
Nah, a better example is Robert Garcia and Madonna.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like Hurd. That's like Richard. That style ain't gonna last long. He killed himself making weight, and let's keep it real. He can't fucking punch.
I wouldn't say he can't punch. The type of punches that he throws, he just doesn't sit down on his punches.
Yeah,
that means he can't punch. That means he can't punch.
You can't make excuses. Listen,
look.
The one thing you can't do is
realize.
I asked the question about Jarrett Hurd. Do we ever get back? I'm gonna be real. I think Jarrett Hurd, he's gonna definitely need to reestablish himself. You can't be one-dimensional in this game and expect to win. And you coming off of a very bad loss, and it was an impressive win by my man.
See, I think with his question, he said, "Do you think Hurd will ever get back to the top?" A lot of people say no. I don't know, because the division Hurd is in. If he goes back to 154, 154 is a division. I mean, you got Charlo. I don't know if y'all think so, but most people look at Charlo as the number one at 154. There's no real number two guys. A bunch of people in the mix.
Charlo got that power. That's why.
Yeah, I mean,
you got Rosario. You got Rosario. You got Rosario and Erickson Lubin fighting for an eliminator.
Yeah. I know what I'm saying.
That's gonna be an interesting fight though. That Rosario and that fight. That's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
What I'm saying is Charlo's number one. He's clearly number one. I don't think nobody at 54 is better than him. And number two, there is no clear number two because everybody at some point beat somebody at 54. You got J-Rock who lost the
Rosario,
but Hurd who beat Harrison. All of them, they beat each other. So there's no clear number two guy at 154. So I don't think he's done at 54. That's a weight division. I say he can climb his way back up, but he's gonna need some work with it.
All right, well, let me ask you this: would he be a champion?
But he's gonna be a Zab Judah or
is he going to? When you say at the top, when you say is he going to be at the top? I'm looking at. I only see the top being a world champion. Yeah. I don't see none of them guys. And much as I dislike Charlo, I don't see none of them beating Charlo to take a belt.
I don't see that. I believe that Charlo will be the one to beat Canelo, truth be told.
I agree. I don't think none of them beat Charlo, but I do believe if Charlo wins, because his next fight, undisputed against Castano, if he wins that, I believe, just me personally, I think he's moving up. So all the belts will be vacant. If he vacates all the belt, then.
But see, but listen. So if he move, all right. Say he do move up, right?
Yeah.
You know that if he move up, Earl Spence moves up also.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna fight for all four belts right away.
No, but I'm saying none of them will beat Earl at 154 the way they punch.
I think honestly, I think Earl's overrated. I mean, that's how I feel about it.
I understand. I respect you for saying that, but I don't think Tony Harrison will beat him. I don't think Rosario beat him, and I don't think Hurd will beat Jarrett.
Yeah, but
Earl. No. But I do. This is what I say about his career, Spencer's career. I believe that something happened to him in that accident, and that's why they won't let. That's why him and Bud is not fighting.
Hold on.
I'm telling you.
I don't know.
You got to remember, he got into a serious.
with the Hurd, I don't think how you say you think Spence will be all in. That could be true, but I don't think Hurd will have to fight Spence. If Charlo vacates all the belt, then they can have 4 different fights for each belt. So Hurd doesn't mean he has to fight Spence, or he could fight whoever.
But do you want? I mean, as a man, do you really want us to be? Do you really want us to look at a number 4 ranked fighter to be a world champion if Charlo vacated the belt? See me, I'm not going to look at Jarrett Hurd to be a world champion after this loss he just came off of.
I mean, he could. I mean, listen, I mean, look at what happened with Mosley. Mosley, he lost back-to-back to who he lose to. He lost to Vernon Forrest, who you never going to beat. Then he lost to Winky Wright. But then he persevered against Cotto. So we can't really say that because Hurd lost to my man. My man was a scrappy fighter.
But here's the thing, though.
You think Hurd? You think Hurd gonna You think he'll get back to the top?
Fuck no.
See, he said,
hold on, Briz.
Seb, let me ask you one question, Seb. Seb, let me ask you one question.
What's up?
Like, I'm gonna introduce you to me, right? I don't believe in number 2s. I think the number 2 person is the worst best. I mean, they the best worst.
I agree with that.
So when you say make it to the top, you mean a world champion again?
Yeah, that's why I didn't know how y'all look at it. But if you
look at it, if you don't get a belt, you're not at the top. He will never be a world champion again, ever.
See,
I can't say that.
My question is,
say that
hold on, time out. It's 4 belts in each weight class. So if it's 4 champions at 154 and Hurd is one of them, do you look at them like he's back on top?
No.
Okay.
Because, like, in order to beat like me and T.Y. has discussion all the time, right?
Yeah.
In order to beat the champion, man, you got to beat the lineal champion.
But not even on that level. I get what you're saying. If a guy was like, if he was good, let's be real. He can't beat Charlo. Got 3 belts. He can't beat Charlo. Right now, Castano got a belt. He can't beat Castanos. Go to 160. He can't beat Triple G. He can't beat Boo Boo. He can't beat Jamar Charlo. He might could beat Murata. Okay.
He can't beat Triple G. Like I don't even mention his name.
All right, but he can't beat him. I don't care how you feel about. I don't care how you feel about Triple G. I don't care how you feel about Triple G. He can't beat Triple G.
I wouldn't even say that.
If you fight Triple G, you got to be able to take a punch. He's not taking no Triple G punches to the face like that.
Bro, listen, bro.
Once again, just like y'all said about just like you said about Sean Porter, what top fighter has Triple G stopped?
Hold on, Briz. Can I say one thing? No, listen, Sibbie. Can I say one thing? One thing, Sibbie. We ain't gonna be disrespectful. This motherfucker lost to Luis Arias.
That's what I said.
He fucking Triple G. Stop the nut shit. That's nut shit. Triple G
Styles
stop him.
Fight.
Ain't no stop. And his style with no hit movement can't beat Triple G.
Yeah, Arias.
He was fucking head. He won't get fucking around with Triple G and I use his motherfucking head. Go.
He got knocked down by J-Rock.
Come on.
You don't think if Triple G caught him with that, the fight would have been over?
Does Triple G fight the same? Hit just as hard backing up.
He can't back Triple G. He can't punch. He can't back Triple G up. He ain't gonna respect his punching power.
First of all, like Canelo was. Well, I don't know. I think
if you compare
Canelo the best. No. Canelo probably the best fighter pound for pound.
No, Briz, you're going too deep, Briz.
So when you lose,
right now, Briz, he can't punch on Canelo level. Nothing. He can't
Nothing.
fucking punch. Stop it. Stop it. Come on.
Yo,
he lost to Luis
that nigga
Arias.
about to bust a blood vessel in his forehead.
No, he can't bust
hey, listen, because you saying some real nut stuff, man.
No, look, man. I just said styles make fights. That's all.
I don't care about that.
I
Styles
know.
make fights.
Y'all
What
said y'all
styles
never.
do Jarrett Hurd?
You said you
What
would never
styles
sold
do
on.
Jarrett Hurd has to make a fight, bro?
One dude said Earl Spence is overrated. I can't say Triple G is overrated.
No, we
Yeah,
you
but you can say he overrated, but we talking about against Jarrett Hurd.
No, I just say all I said. All I said was every style, like it's just if Jarrett Hurd go back to fighting how he used to, I just see that that type of style as a problem for Triple G. Shit style.
Man, are you crazy? Is you serious?
Triple G will be Luis Arias and Hurd the same night.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I was saying that was a bad loss for her. For him to beat people like Laura, Trout, Harrison, and then him to lose to Arias, who got a draw with Gabe Rosado and lost to Keeler, that was a bad look for her. Real bad look.
Listen, you can't even say Hurd was off longer because fucking Arias was off for 2 years. Arias ain't fighting 2 years.
Some people have ring rust and some people don't.
No, some people can't. Some people get their ass whooped. Go back to the drawing board.
Some people have, like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all talking about even if it was just an off night, plain and simple. Who the fuck? Who says that the same that fought Trout ain't gonna show up no more?
Can he beat Eva Charlo?
You said what?
Can he beat Eva Charlo?
Did he beat either? I didn't say that. I didn't say they can beat Charlos.
Okay.
His whole career.
Let me ask all y'all this.
His whole career is twisted because he calls himself Swift and he can't move his feet.
Let me ask all y'all this. Who y'all think Hurd should fight next? Now, who you think he wants to should?
My man sitting right here on the podium with us.
He should fight Danny Garcia.
So you think he should go back to 54?
He should fight Danny Garcia at 54.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, nah.
That's a good fight.
I like that.
After a loss like that, yeah, that's a good fight.
I got Danny rocking him out too.
I think he should fight.
I mean, like I wouldn't. I know Sean. Like I wouldn't put Danny in there with Hurd.
I don't even know who I think he should fight next, to be honest.
They said, you know what I like?
Who?
I think he should fight Tony Harrison. They both coming off losses.
Rematch.
They both coming off losses.
And Briz, let's keep it a bean. The first fight, Tony was whooping his ass, and Tony got
it. That's the problem with Hurd. The same thing Hurd did to Harrison. Same thing he did with Trout. Same thing he kind of did with Laura. He relied on that fight last night. He give you the first 6 rounds, let you throw as much as you can, throw everything in the kitchen sink. He wears you down because he outweighs everybody. The second he slow down.
Look, enough fact, the two people to forget. Arias, even though he not a real big guy, Arias been fighting a middleweight for like a couple years now.
Yeah.
So he had natural middleweight. Like he won stronger than Arias.
And then when he gassed, he still. I mean, even when he got fatigued, he still stepped on the gas.
Come on, man. Like, here we go. People forget about Luis Arias too. That's because Danny Jacobs whooped his ass. Luis Arias was the top amateur, like y'all talking about amateur shit.
He was
top amateur.
Errol Spence said that last night.
Yeah, came out the Mayweather gym. Floyd ain't fuck with him. Floyd shelved him. Let's keep it a bean. He got shelved by Floyd, and he fucked with Eddie Hearn now. But Luis Arias was the top guy in New York. Look at the history. He was hyped the fuck up by coming out of New York. So he got the pedigree. And Jarrett Hurd wasn't no top amateur. He won winning shit. He won go to amateur level. He won winning shit down there.
Don't want no top amateur.
What happened?
I said Broner won't no top amateur. Like the million motherfucking world champions that it wasn't top.
No, Broner wasn't top amateur. Broner got locked the fuck up.
What?
Broner wasn't top amateur. Broner got locked.
No, he wasn't. I came up in the amateurs with them. Like he was at the nationals, but he won't win in no nationals.
He was Broner was top when he was younger, but he never fought.
Nah.
He never fought.
Look.
Mike Stafford, open either, right?
Mike Stafford had a strong ass lineup, and Adrian Broner was not on that starting five.
Listen. But when we talking about Jarrett Hurd,
Right.
was Jarrett Hurd top amateur?
You said what?
Was Jarrett Hurd top amateur?
I never said
He said
No,
he said himself he wasn't.
Here we go. Was Jarrett Hurd a top? Was he even a top prospect in the pros?
No.
Was he a top prospect?
He won't get. He won't get a crazy.
No. He came up after a certain after certain wins, like most people do.
No, we won't get a kid's credit. He bust his ass, made to that level. You know, he beat some guys he wasn't supposed to beat. He worked his ass off. We ain't gonna take his work ethic. The guy worked his ass off. He a good kid. He just everybody can't be elite.
That Harrison fight is really what set him off.
I mean, and let's be real. If he never win another world title, he accomplished a lot. He made millions of dollars. He was a unified champion. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think he could beat a Triple G. He could beat a Charlo. He could beat a Boo Boo. I think they'd whoop his ass.
Yeah, I never said that he can beat the dudes that you just named.
But those are the champions we're talking about.
Y'all said he would never get a belt. He would never win a belt again.
Long as them boys around, he won't. He might win a vacant when Charlo move up.
That's what I was going to ask you. I was going to say, if Charlo vacate his belts and he move up, you think he will?
He win a vacant.
Yeah. No, I don't know about that now. I think Hurd was exposed in this fight.
I don't know, because when you fight, if you a big name, if you a big enough name.
I'm about to be out. Y'all take it easy, man.
Hey, real